Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am John RMS, aka Ace Bullion, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a couple of tips on stacking. So, there you go. That's me. So, typical. The mail comes just as I'm doing this. Oh, here we go. Yep, coming. Thank you, Chief. Cheers. Oh, you just start a stream and this is what you get. No idea what the heck that is. Alright. Interesting bond. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Sorry about that. I apologize. Just as I set up a stream, I end up getting a post. So I apologize. Silver Stallion, hello. Rob6, hello. Yeah. Just literally set up a stream and the postman comes, which is, well, typical, to say the least. Excellent. Okay. Was wondering about these. More products to put stuff in. And let's see here. I know you're a Silver Stallion. I only put a few of these out, but you just let me know what you're after, and I will happily do anything I could possibly do if that's what you're after. Ooh, yes, excellent. Secret squirrel stuff. Can't see what that is. Right. Okay. Haha. Something new. John Benson, welcome, my friend. Something new. Something actually I'm pretty excited about. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so I've set up an awful lot. I've done a ton of prep here in order to have what is known as the main topics here, stacking 101. And whether you're a seasoned, pro, I guess, or whatever, or someone just starting off stacking. And I've had a lot of people who I actually assumed were normal stackers. And I was quite surprised and quite thrown back. So this is what prompted this discussion today. And I have a list here in front of me, which is behind you, of course. And it goes through a ton of details, really. And good morning, sir. So let's start with the very first no. Don't stack something, okay? I've seen this on a few, channels, or I've seen some individuals buying this to stack, and this is a big no. Don't buy silver shot. Honestly, it is not as liquid as you think it may be. Now, I don't mean in terms of, turning it into silver, but liquid shot, I refuse to buy unless it's in a sealed container. This is from my point of view only. And I absolutely point blank refuse to buy liquid shot off of another individual. It's very easy to buy a shot that's actually 925. In fact, I could buy 925 all day long, sell it as 999, and it only comes when someone pours something and it needs to be assayed. Now, That's a big issue because, obviously all of my work that I do, and I've laid out a couple of things here, all of my work that I do has to go through an assay process, meaning, my pieces get tested, and I could probably show it to you here. You see this little mark here? That little mark was where they drilled it, the Edinburgh assay office, and then filled it with some silver wire. Um, of course, I provided them the silver wire, so hey, you'll lose a bet. So that's one of the big no-nos. Don't buy, silver shot in as a rule for stocking, because this means nothing unless you are a silver pourer and are looking to make silver, silver art or whatever, or if you're into jewelry and all that kind of stuff. It's just a big no-no. Sublime Mad Dog, good afternoon, welcome. Good to have you on board. Right, the next one. And why they even do this? I'm going to pull it out. Miss Victoria Roman Carter. There you go. Because we have Miss Victoria Roman Carter in the building. The cannon is out. So one of my other pet peeves, so to speak, is this stuff. These are all fractionals. Now, as cute as they may be, a 5-gram Scottsdale bar, a 5-gram Northwest Territory, much thinner and lighter, and a 10-gram. This one's actually a collectible, but I really can't be bothered. Some world doodah thing. Don't buy fractional silver. No. By the way, don't forget to smash that like button if you do like what you see. If you don't like what you hear or see, let me know, please. Fractional silver, by the way, is a big no-no. It is, you're wasting your money in a lot of ways. Fractional gold, yes. And I'll get to that on another day, another topic. But there are limitations to what you should buy, or realistically, and everything else. So this is for your kind of average, you just started off stocking. This is not for people who already have a base and a foundation. And that's the key thing here. Because, if you're just starting off stocking, you really want to have some, serious bits of a foundation that you can lie behind. If honestly, if you're happy with that, that's fine. For $3, I mean, that's what, it's a bit over spot. I'm gonna say no personally. Andrew Cooper, hello, good afternoon, sir. There's a number of things. Don't go out either. And especially, I know a lot of my viewers are in the USA. Don't go out and buy graded, 40 or 90%, proofs. Find them in your change. Don't pay for them. Find them in your change. That is a-okay. And, you can still find a lot of stuff here in the UK. It just depends where you're looking. We do have, things that are around. But definitely don't go out and pay for it if it's in circulation and you can get it for free. It's crazy. In fact, I would stay away completely if you're completely new. You don't have a foundation. Don't buy anything that's graded. And that includes things like proof sets as well. I love them, don't get me wrong. But again, if you're just starting off, you're going, this is not going to help. It's not going to be as liquid as you may think or anything else. You're just going to have something that, yeah, okay, is proof. But in reality, you've probably paid a significant amount more than what it is or what it's worth. One of the things actually I recommend is going out and getting yourself either seconds from, let's say, AppMex or the Silver Trader or anywhere that is a reputable dealer. Make sure you're buying from a reputable dealer, please, okay? But buy second-hand items, okay? Like, seconds. Buy generics, so buy the Buffalo, okay? These are really good foundation items. You don't want to be buying premium things to begin with. Don't waste your money. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to sell a lot of these things for, probably a bit more than spot, a little bit more. I will do, Andrew. Don't worry. I'm still working on that as well, buddy. And because I've had, there's actually another person on here is also, I finally got the packaging in to send them out. So I'll definitely let you know what the total price is and stuff. So don't worry about that. I haven't forgotten. I do have everything. But yeah, Judith, good afternoon, my dear. But yeah, so buy generics, buy secondhand, okay? Um, it doesn't matter either, okay? If you buy a Milky, okay, as a base foundation, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's all silver, and there's always someone willing to pay at least spot or above. I, for one, am one of those people who buy things at spot or just slightly above for the Milky Silver. And it's really a really good thing to have because now you're having your generics, you have your silver, you have the Milky stuff. That's great. And if you can, progress to buying full tubes. Now these are this is a full tube here of 2016s. I just put that in there, but they're brilliant. You get a deal if you can actually buy tubes. Yes, Rob, I'm only talking about stacking, the basic stackings for pretty much new stackers. But I will get into stuff later about for more seasoned stackers as well. But for the very minute, if you're just starting off stacking, if your pile's only maybe I don't know, a few ounces, some of you guys may not even have a few ounces, then this is all of my own personal advice. And it's all my own opinions on how I think everyone should, or how I like to do things. Another thing, don't buy poured silver. I know, right? Ace Bullion is telling you don't buy poured silver. If you're new to stacking, don't do it. Now, there is obviously an exception to all of these rules, but as a whole, if you're new to stacking, don't buy poured silver. Why is that? Well, because it's not as liquid as you would like it to be. Granted, all of my stuff is hallmarked, and that has a huge benefit, but poured silver is not something you should be stacking, especially, as they do, fall under the premium categories. The same as things like, a graded, silver bullion coin. You definitely do not want to be investing into this when you're first starting off. You want to set yourself a base. and a nice solid base at that. Find a budget, and don't just, as I said, this is just on the silver side at the moment, but when you're making your budget, and everyone's budget varies, and I've seen people say, well, oh, I have no money, I have no money, and yet you're smoking, you're drinking, you're going out and you're eating, and you're doing stuff that is just a bit of whatever. At the end of the day, that restaurant that you went to, well, I still have my stuff here. How was your meal? So yeah, I'm not saying don't go out and enjoy yourself, but look towards kind of the future when it comes to things. It is absolutely unique. However, it kind of ties back to the rule of this. Look, I can have, and I know this is all 999 because I actually bought this from a big kilo. Actually, I was quite disappointed, really. It was only a small container, and it was a kilo worth of shot, and it came from Atmax, and it was sealed up and everything else. Now I know it was 999 because it came directly from them, and it's guaranteed, and that carried COAs and everything else. But poured silver as a whole, it can be a bit tricky. I mean, my stuff has said, and there's other pours out there who hallmark their items as well. For the USA, for Canada, actually for Canada, here's an example. Um, if this wasn't hallmark, they would have to class it as a white metal. So in Canada, it's absolutely useless unless it has um, a hallmark on the back to prove that it is genuine. So we'll take my heart here, and I don't know if I'm focusing on that or not, but I have my hallmark on the bottom, and I have my hallmark on my goddess, or as it's called, Medusa here. But yeah, poured silver as a whole is something that for new stocker you really don't want to be getting into. You want to stay away from this. Um, yes, it's nice, it's lovely, but definitely don't. Now, as you kind of progress, as you build up a foundation, there's a few things that love ripples. There's a few things that I would say be careful about. And that is going to be, let's say, if you're going to be buying bars. Now, I got a few here to show you. I only grabbed a few. This is I don't know why it's even in here. I'll just pull it out. I'm not afraid to touch it because I'm going to melt it down anyway. This is an Albion bar. You can see me in the background. Hello, I'm waving at you. Now, Albion is trademark. Okay. The same as Ace Bullion's trademarked, just for the record. And usually on the back of these bars, you'll find a COA and everything attached to it. But when you start buying bars and things like this, you don't want to fall into the trap of buying, again, a premium bar, especially if you're stocking. You started buying, let's say you've accumulated 50 ounces of silver in as a kind of a base stock. Congratulations, that's great. Now look at bars. And you could start buying bars, but don't buy over the odds. And some of the places, if you look at, your Atmax, you look at Providence. I'm not picking on Atmax, by the way. You look at Silver Trader, you look at Gold Silver BE, you look at all of these companies wherever you may be around the world. And you will find certain bars, I'm not going to name them, that will be significantly higher, in price compared to the others. Here's a really good example of actually a really budget bar, and it's a Beard & Co. It's 100 grams, this one. So it's much smaller. I haven't taken off the plastic, no. But Beard & Co. is fairly local. And It is just remarkable. But let's take another 100-gram bar, and if I said add another $40 onto it, which will get you another ounce of silver at least, Wait a minute, hold on. Then you're going to be buying a Scottsdale bar? Wait a minute. That just doesn't make sense. No. These actually will be up for sale. In fact, you can see where I bought this one from. I've never even taken it out of its packaging. I bought my Scottsdale from Bullion by Post, believe it or not. And this I bought directly from Baird & Co. Yeah, so with bars, you're looking at the name as a premium, and obviously this will carry a much higher premium than the Baird & Co. So Scottsdale, really expensive, Baird & Co., and you get the same amount of silver, but yet, you know what? You're going to be saving yourself money by buying the Baird & Co. So if you kind of think a little bit, on the frugal side, then you're fine. Be careful about fakes, obviously. There's a bunch knocking about, and if you're unsure of a bullion company, don't buy it. This is an example. A lot of people don't know them, but this is actually genuine bullion, believe it or not. I've had this in my collection, I don't know for how long now. It's just been sitting, I've always been able to play with it. This is only a troy ounce, but if I grab from my little baggie here of tiny bullion bits. Oh, God, yeah. See, I'm not going to mention that company or others. Then we have a couple, we have the Sunshine Mint as a 1 troy ounce. We have the Australian, the Dragon. Good morning, Susan Lee. But yeah, there's things that you just don't need. I mean, these, especially when you're buying 1 ounces to start with, look at this over time. I mean, okay, I've handled it, but the Dragon is just kind of blah, Never really liked these. The Sunshine Mint, again, it is what it is. It's to be melted at some point. This one's, trust me, you don't want this one. This one is worn, beat up. You definitely don't want how this one looks, man. I'll tell you, it doesn't look pretty. So, and then of course, I wouldn't be Ace Bullion or myself if I didn't pump something, or not pump something. I don't pump anything, actually. I don't tell you what to buy. Heck, I don't put out my stuff for everyone to buy anyway. But and then you got a very special. I don't know if that's good focus. Oh yeah, a one-off. It's 100 grams. I'm actually hoping to make a lot more of these with some refineries. With a refinery. But yeah, this is super cool. Ace Bullion 100-gram bar. How cool is that? One of a kind. I say one of a kind. The last one I had, I actually melted. This one I can't sell. I'm not allowed to. Yeah, it is something that I'm quite proud of, actually. I like it. I think it's pretty dang cool. Yeah. But as I said, it's a case of what you're buying and how you're buying stuff. Once you're established, know who you're going to be buying stuff from. So if you do want to buy silver, even some of the companies that are not hallmarking their items because they don't have to, for instance, then, if you trust them, and that's a big, big word, if you trust them, thank you, Mad Dog, then that is fine, but that's only after You can't have that bar. No, I can't sell it. Um, God, what do you like? But yeah, so you know, when it comes to resale, if you love something, then that's fine. You know, just stay within your budget, buy what you love once you've established a base. A base is really important because without a base foundation, you're just going to end up really quickly falling down a big pit hole, and that's going to completely destroy anything that you're going to be working towards. And then you might find if you do need to liquidate some, i.e., some of the base, then you know you won't be able to sell things that maybe are higher value, and you might lose out money. You might gain money, but you might lose out money. You never know, really. It's a tricky one. So, right, I got all of my ace stuff here. Lest we forget. Oh yeah. The heart you've seen. Cowboy. Loaf bar. It's been tested and drilled and all that. Super wasp. No! You could do that all day long, buddy. Thank you. But no, I can't. I am not allowed to sell it, I'm afraid. And again, you got my hallmarks down below. Due to legal reasons, I am not allowed to sell it. So, of course, I still got my bumblebee set. One left. I'm holding it upside down. I just realized that. I'm wondering why the 5 looked off, and I thought, my God, my stamping's not that bad. So, I'll move this here facing us. Here's some of the things that us stackers, us seasoned pros, I guess, if you want to call it, this is the funny one. We fall victims occasionally from time to time. And what we do is we buy into a hype. Now, sometimes it's a really good thing, sometimes it's a really bad thing. Now, I'm going to pick on the favorite one of all. I love to pick on this series, the first ever Germania set series, the actual real series, not the added extras and stuff like that. So these are all genuine. This one comes in a card, and I have the card up, stored away. Last time I was here, I actually wanted to get one of these out, and I couldn't because I didn't have a knife available. This is the multi-metals. This is the, with the gold, ruthenium, platinum, and all of that. But buying into the hype, this is the proof one. Just trying to get into them. Is super, super, just, you buy into the hype and you will just lose out. I could assure you that. Most of the time. Oh, this is bar number 300, I think. Yeah, it is. Bar number 300. Well, round number 300. This was a space blue. Now, this is an actual Germania one, as opposed to a lot of the fakes or, reproduction ones that were made afterwards. And this is just a BU version of the same coin. But what do I mean by buying into the hype? Well, I feature a lot of coins on my channel. Everything from the pie. Okay. And no, I'm not going to sing for you, Rob. I know what you like. You're going to want me to sing, but I'm not. There's the Royal Fortune. the black flag and all of that. Some of these are worth it. As I said, they pay off, but others are just not. Um, and mints are constantly producing these things for our attention. So we have St. George and the Dragon. Um, I got a whole bunch here of different seahorses. I got Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Tree of Life. These are just a couple of things that I decided to pull out and to showcase for everyone to see, really, because I thought, it does make sense about buying into hypes and all of that. And everything down to, like the African wildlife series. And here's a good example. This was on the Silver Stalkers site. And these were going to be it was going to be a set of 4 dragons. Now, sadly, they failed. Now, these were made by Geiger Mint and are limited to under 1,000. And, I actually have I think I have 4 sets in total. And they come in a presentation, big display box, all wooden and with COAs. But, if you would have bought into this hype, you would have lost money. As well, you would have never actually got your silver either. So, stick with your basic, designs. There's things like, the Canadian Mint, of course, they produce their 2-ounce versions. The geese, you got the Kraken or Kraken. I quite actually like that. But it's just a 2-ounce coin for me. That's all I really care about. And yeah, there you go. This is what, the Mythosaur or something like that, I believe. But yeah, it's $22. So there's some basic advice, some basic tips, and just some, little snippets of stuff that I kind of wanted to share with everyone and to make sure that everyone actually knew really what was going on. Matt Stacker, good afternoon. As I was saying, just make sure you have a general base. A base is a great way to do things. And, buying as low or as close to spot price as possible is the best way forward. And I know that in America, a lot of things are being taken away, such as like your rights on some auction sites or whatever, to buy and sell precious metals. But at the end of the day, because in America, I know a lot of people, there's your credit cards, you get points, you get discounts, and all sorts of stuff. And if you can, utilize that. Over here in Britain, we don't really have that, which is kind of sad. It's really annoying, actually. But it's, there are some deals and offers to be had. So, for instance, the Silver Trader offers, he sends out his monthly newsletter. And in that, you have, I think, a 2, a 5, and there's some really big discounts on there. It depends on how you pay and if you subscribe to the newsletter. And you can only use the code once. So, make that purchase count. Make it count for what you want. Budget wisely, save up wisely, and you're going to be able to afford ounce by ounce, as much silver as possible. And once you do eventually accumulate a nice base, then you could, treat yourself to some really nice coins. Treat yourself to maybe, I don't know, a nice, poured piece of silver from somebody. Treat yourself to moving up into what I recommend into gold. Um, but, you know, if you're starting off in the whole precious metals, make sure that you have a solid base, something that you could rely on and liquidate wherever you are. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a solid base and if you can't afford even, I don't know, 100 gram bar of silver, then chances are, you know, you really need to work on your finances a bit. But by purchasing a secondhand or a milky, generic or whatever bit of bullion, then this is, an easy asset to A, physically hold and be proud of, but B, to then liquidate if you ever need to. Now, hopefully, you won't have to liquidate, you know, your base supply. Hopefully, you'll just continue to build it and work off any debts or anything else that you have. Um, and hopefully, I've given you guys some basic advice on starting off. And, even for us pros, try not to get into the hypes. I'm still learning every single day. I am not a pro by any aspect. I may make bullion and everything else, but I'm useless at a computer, completely useless. In fact, I only found out yesterday, believe it or not, that every time I take a picture and I email it across to someone, they can actually take a look at the picture, go into details and everything else, and it will pinpoint where that picture was taken. That was a little bit scary. And I found out because one of my subscribers, and I haven't seen him in this morning, he sent me a photograph because he had won the last contest, the absolute free giveaway. And he sent me a photograph, and I was taking a look, and I hit the little three dots as you do, and it said something like properties or details. I can't remember what. And right there, it then pinpointed his house where the picture was taken. I thought, wowzers, wait a minute here. So I took a look at one of my photos that I sent, and it pinpointed it pretty much to my house. I mean, it was the wrong address, as was his, but it was pretty dang close. All right, Silver Stallion, thank you so much for hanging out, buddy. It's super awesome to have you. And yeah, I hope you have a great day wherever you are, man. Well, I say wherever you are. You know that. I know where you are. Well, I think I do. But yeah, just be safe and have a good day, sir. Ah, my pleasure. Yes. Well, the fact that you decided to name your second part Stallion, not many English or Scottish folks or Irish or Welsh will be, yeah, putting that as a username. So yeah, Stallion kind of gave it away. Could have said Silver Stud. Ah, Sicilian. Well, but yeah, you still called yourself Silver Stallion. That's bizarre. That's cool. I'm not picking on you by any means. I love everyone's usernames and everything. A lot of people pick things actually that are quite close. Like John RMS is actually John for myself, and then RMS is an abbreviation for my surname. Um, get an Italian stallion. Che cosa si dice? And if any of you don't know what that was, I was just speaking a wee bit of Italian because my family in America, my nana and my mother, very much Italian. So yeah, it's quite bizarre actually that they all. Well, my grandmother moved over to the US, and then I moved back over into the UK, into Europe. All right, so you don't speak Italian then. Gotcha. Oh, capiche? Capiche. But yes, so capiche everyone knows. But yeah, it's just a bit of fun. So I know I kind of had this whole big theme laid out and everything was all sorted. I really wanted to make a live stream. That's all right. I really wanted to make a live stream that was going to be educational, was going to really reflect what, a new stacker would encounter. I don't think a new stacker should save up all their money and buy an ounce of gold, for instance. Because if you haven't saved up all that money just to buy 1 ounce, you're really going to find yourself struggling. I think you need to kind of have a mix initially, then you can make the transition, and at least you have something to fall back on whenever you need to. And that's really the biggest point, is that, knowing what you could liquidate quickly. If I need to, I could sell this tube today. And even if I sell it at spot price, or slightly less than spot price, I suppose, I'm going to make an awful lot of money. Why is that? Because one, I bought it at a time when silver was really down. Two, capiche means, do you understand? So, or did you hear me? That kind of thing, as in, like, that's the final say, period. That's the best liquid translation. Because if you say capiche in a sentence, it's pretty much, the absolute end of the conversation. That's it. But yeah, I know just a wee bit of Italian. Mainly the stuff that my nana used to yell at me for. So I know a lot of words I probably shouldn't. Well, I can't say on YouTube, even though it's an 18+ channel. But yeah, it's seriously one of those cool things. But yeah, so there we have it. My order for more, I can show you guys this. My order for more bags, velvet bags, has come in. This was super cool. I got more velvet bags, a giant bag here of it. I'm quite pleased about that. As I said, this is a secret squirrel project that has just arrived. I'm looking forward to doing that. I've actually been quite busy at the moment in the workshop because I'm doing some sand casting. And I'm just having a lot of fun doing it, really. It's, even though I've made a few failed attempts on this one particular item, I haven't given up. And by a few, I mean a lot more than a few. But it is fun. It's a learning curve. It's something that I want to get nailed down. It's a really tough piece to actually, to cast. But as I primarily do open casts, as a closed cast one's super tough. M&M Prospecting, good afternoon, sir. Welcome in. But yeah, so let's have a look here. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you are, obviously, and to hit that notification bell. This is obviously for anyone who's maybe picking up or whatever. Leave your comments. Your comments do help. You too, Silver Stallion. Have a fantastical day. And ciao. See what in on that one. Basehead OG, Susan Lee, whoop whoop. Basehead OG, I hope all is well with you, my brother. I sent Jeep and John a package, which was there's something in there for you. I'm not sure if you remember about it, but something I threw in there was for you. So I'm pretty sure Jeeps will sort you out on that one. Fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to that. Uh, ciao. But yeah, it is super awesome. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's something you wanted, so that's on its way at some point to you. Another thing I was saving is, oh, okay, Rob. I shall see you soon. This here, I'm not quite ready to announce it, but this is going to be the next actual. Absolutely, buddy. This is actually the next giveaway. So inside of here has some really cool stuff, and I will be doing it starting off soon. But I'm not going to open it up. I'm not going to tell you guys what's inside. It's just something that's going to happen, and it's 100% free. Nothing to worry about. So, yeah. And okay, so yeah, so we've covered from A to Z about your basic stockings. We've covered kind of some regrets, such as from you was those Germanias, and how really anyone could start their own collection. Silver selling, if you need to go, you need to go. Capiche? Mucho loco la cana la besa. Now I'll go into my Spanish, okay? Or really bad Spanish, shall I say. Spanglish. The Canon is never going in the box. I cannot legally send it or ship it, I'm afraid. By law, this has to stay with me. It's a shame, really. However, I have been working on a silver one that doesn't fire. And then that way I can legally send one off. And in fact, I'm actually looking at trying to replicate and get a really a nice wood to go with it, and just get everything as nice as I can possibly do it. So, and it will be a hallmarked Canon. Now, whether you put a fuse in it, that's your choice. I certainly won't be supplying anything like that. I'm not even sure if I'm going to drill it out, just because if I do that, then I'm technically making a firearm. Sending it through the post is a really difficult thing. So, but yeah, there is a Canon. Now, I do know that someone else has made a Canon, and the Canon's on the box at least. They've made a Canon and it fires, believe it or not. I was quite blown away by that. So I can't see how that would actually be pure silver. But if it is, it is. That's super awesome. Well, when I make a cannon, it's going to be a spectacular thing, and there's going to be a lot of woodworking. There's going to be a lot of metalworking, sand casting, and everything else. Absolutely, Silver. What the heck are you still doing here? Jesus, monkeys, go away, Silver Stuff. You need to be somewhere, I believe. But yeah, I mean, when I do make the first cannon, it is going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. I already have things ready for casting, so I'm looking forward to that an awful lot, actually. I've been working with my CNC machine, so I actually have this part of the cannon fully made and ready to go. And I also have this bit of the woodwork made that I could replicate and to duplicate. So yeah, with my CNC machine, it is super awesome. But there's still an awful lot of hard work. So, yeah, Thank you, Silver Stallion. It was nice having you. I appreciate it. But yes, so the first cannon, I don't know, it'll probably weigh about 5 or 6 ounces of silver, believe it or not. Um, and yes, someone has made one out of pure silver. At least that's what they're claiming. Actually, no, I'm happy to actually give you the name because you know what? I don't mind promoting people. This person's made it. They're in the USA. It's Mag Metals, and if you're on their Facebook group, take a look at MAG Metals. Now they do a lot of stuff that, of course, I can't do. So they make um, shotgun bullets with actual silver shot. And I just think, oh my God, that's just insane. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, silver. At the end of the day, how much powder? Now, what I've seen Mag Metals do, and I don't, I think Mag Metals specializes in firearms as well. So I'm not going to question their ability at all, or their precautions. I'm pretty sure they would have worked it out, but I've seen them put projectiles in their cannon, such as, let's say, a 177 HMR ballistic tip. I've also seen them put a scatter shot inside. Now they've packed it, they've lit it with a fuse, everything like that. So it is firing. Theirs is firing genuine black powder, and then it's projecting out everything from exploding ballistic heads to contact explosion ballistic heads to just your average pellet. Now I don't know how much they want for it realistically, but a lot of their stuff is very, very good and very pricey. Hey, you're welcome, Silver Stallion. But I mean, after spending that much time and effort in R&D, I'm pretty sure Mag Metals watches occasionally and seen the can and seen the interest. That clearly is what spurred him on. Then that's super cool, and I respect him because I haven't made mine yet. I've talked about it, but I can't say obviously that I've made it yet. I am still gonna make mine, but yeah. Uh, the silver is fragile. It can hold that kind of pressure to a degree. To a degree, it depends. If you overpack it with black powder or um, nitro powder, it will easily explode and basically turn this little guy into, essentially a pipe bomb, which is really nasty. Something you don't want to be messing about with. Um, and but as I said, they've done all of the R&D. They must have done it. If they're happy to sell it, then that's super cool. But check them out, Mag Metals. That is wicked. Proof. What, you want proof? I'm not going to fire. This is brass for a start. It's some type of heavy duty brass. Where's the serial? The serial number's under here. Oh, I know what you mean. But yeah, Mag Metals does have it. I said it's definitely worthwhile to check it out. Um, I've watched their videos and they've been demonstrating and they keep pushing the boundaries. So I'm just waiting for it to go boom. Fossil metals, rock and roll. Yeah, it does. Theirs does work. So seriously, check them out. Mag Metals. I mean, at least they're in the US and they ship to the US. So, I know base sets that you're over there, buddy. Go check them out. The Canon's a little, I think, a tiny bit smaller than this, but yeah, definitely go check it out. Have a look at theirs. It is insane. Oh, you want to make one? Yeah, well, I'm in the process as well. I've just, as I was saying, I just CNC'd, a Canon body, and I have everything in place for a wooden body, to start carving it out and to get it. Because actually, this is, if I just put this up, there's quite a lot of work that goes into trying to carve and to make, room for the Canon and the pivot points and everything else. So, yeah, absolutely. I love their ballistic heads. That's all I could say. That I don't know if it was a 223 or something or a 308 that they have, and they have the ballistic head is a clear but with silver shot inside of it. Now they make them inert and they make them to fire for real, but who the heck would fire apart from Mag a bunch of silver shot? Oh well, they're just crazy. Gotta love them. Full respect to them for doing that, but yeah. And they have an awful lot of orders. I guess it's the ultimate werewolf gun or bullet. Ah, that's all right, buddy. You know, see, this is the thing about um, the whole YouTube group and everything. There are great companies, and I have no problems in giving them a shout out, giving them support, giving them recognition for something that they're doing. Um, one of the things, I mean, I make these hearts here, right? One other person that I know who makes this exact heart, because it has the same exact mold as I do, um, because I've been making these for a bit, but um, whilst in a chat, Bella's dad, aka Phil, his daughter poured, the first heart, and that was super awesome. That was before, if any of you guys do know Phil, he started having problems with his neck and other issues. And Bella did a fantastic job, and it was just awesome. Coin World UK, good afternoon, sir. So, for all of you guys joining me, if you rewatch the video at the very beginning, you'll find out my tips and little snippets about what to buy, what not to buy, how to start off a silver collection, where to start off, what not to buy, and everything else. So, yeah, Carnival, buddy, I am actually I'm becoming slightly more and more in pain, but I'm doing okay just at the moment. So I probably won't be able to sit a heck of a lot longer, I'm afraid. Um, because I still got to clean up this mess, which there's an awful lot of mess here. And that was all through the video earlier on. But yeah, so I mean, it is just something that is super awesome to promote, be able to promote other people. Johnny Ray, man, if you're up late, that means that you really should, be having a kip in the truck, buddy. Thank you, Coin World. Um, but yeah, so I mean, the basic beginnings here is just, amazing. Exactly, and that's why, I have my own molds as well that I make up myself. This is 100% unique. It's in graphite, it's done. It's the brand new 2020 mold. I do have other ace molds that correspond to the years. Um, this was another unique one that I had done as well. Designed it and had it CNC'd. Um, but now having a CNC machine, of course, I can do all this myself. So it is super awesome. You just woke up, okay? Okay, as long as I'm not preventing you, buddy, from sleeping, that's the big thing. You know that. By the way, I have proof if you want it of me shipping that case off to you, which is one of these. In case you guys don't know, for anyone who doesn't or buys something, let's say like a heart or whatever from me, I always give you an option if it will fit. To have it put inside. I don't charge extra for these, even though I pay for them and everything else, and they take up room. I just like them to be presented and just just look nice. Exactly. I mean, fossils. The thing is this was one of the biggest things. I know you do, Johnny. This was one of the biggest things why I initially, when I set up Ace Bullion, I took out, of course, a number of, oh, what was it? Copyrights for my designs and everything else. So I have a whole long list of copyrights. And to be fair, I stopped using them after I actually, believe it or not, I had a little tiny issue with a few people replicating my ace design. So something similar to this, where they weren't making the round as such, but they were just making the spade and putting ace in it. And my copyright actually states a spade with ace in the middle, with ACE, because of course that was my brand. I was trying to do it. Um, and then, of course, I had to proceed because people were really going. You'll know this more than anyone, I suppose. Back in the days, um, but people were going through a lot of let's copy everybody and all of that kind of thing, and I'm really anti that. You know, I like what people do and I like what people make. So that's why I then took out a trademark as well. Hey, Robert. Super nice. I did see you, buddy, but I was in the middle of a conversation. I'm sorry. I should have said hi earlier, buddy. Um, but yeah, so I had to then take out an official trademark, the same as the Silver Trader has done with his bars, Albion. So it is a legal trademark, or copyright. Yeah, trademark is what it was. Yes. So not one of those silly ones where you have like a little, a full little silly thing. It's a full-on legal document that costs an awful lot of money to go through and do. Um, but it's one of those things. It's a step to protect yourself, from people trying to copy you or whatever. And at the end of the day, anytime I stamp up Ace Bullion, and Johnny Ray has, oh no, sorry, no, not Johnny Ray, because he doesn't have that first one. I'm sorry. Um, oh, John Bow has the first ever Ace Bullion trademark logo on his silver piece as well. And that was done through the Kilo Bar. But hopefully I'll be making more of those. So fingers crossed. If anyone does want a Kilo Bar poured, then just let me know. Silver Husky, my man. Wowzers, hello. Oh, see, looking at some real OGs around here. Exactly. Yeah. See, Fossil Metals, it's there's like a whole three-pronged approach. You have a copyright, you have a trademark, and you have a hallmark. I mean, my hallmark design is one thing, my trademark is another, and then my copyrights are, of course, the artistic rights of certain items. Now, some of these here I can't claim artistic rights for, such as like anyone can make a loaf bar. There's no law against that. I can't stop anyone doing that. But it's just one of those things. But no one can make a ace bar, because if you do, yeah, then when I find out about it, I'm not a nice guy. Oh, Reg, don't worry, buddy. No, I didn't see that. I have not seen that from the Royal Mint. Chippy Doodle, welcome. So, but yeah, I'll have to go and check that out from the Royal Mint. But anyway, I know a lot of you have just woken up. I know only eligible to those in the UK. So no, man, I hope you win, buddy. Um, Seriously, I I'm not into those competitions. I will have a look, but I'm not really into joining competitions and stuff. Yeah, fossil metals, man. I support you, man. 1,000%. Um, I mean, there's people that have done it accidentally, and because maybe it was on a belt buckle at one point, which I may not have the rights for. Um, yeah, well, sorry that trade. Well, I would oppose it. Ace Bullion the second, I would oppose it because I'd get a notification. But yeah, there's everything from merchandise on there, down to which is what section 35 of the trademark, down to the actual physical bullion. So I'm covered for silver, gold, platinum, copper, all of that. Um, and yeah, it's just one of those stupid things. You just protect yourself. You never know where your company's gonna go. Yes. Oh, sorry, you're not talking to me. By the way, Bill the Till has received his giveaway prize, ladies and gentlemen. So the free giveaway that I had done last week, and this is why I was waiting on this one, was I wanted obviously full confirmation to say that Bill had received his item and that he is happy. If well, I don't really care if he's happy, but he got free silver. Come on. No, I do care really. Um, and it just again shows that I've sent something out. I've sent it to him special delivery, signed for. And that's how Ace Bullion operates. That's how I work, John RMS. It protects myself, and even though it's a free giveaway, you know what? He was able to keep track of it, and he knew when it was coming. I knew it was delivered. And then I got a really nice letter from him on an email to say that he did receive it. And that meant a lot to me. So, yeah, exactly. Make a generic bar, make a generic round. I mean, as I said, anyone could do this. Um, Another competitor or poor, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he does it a lot better than I do. I mean, you could slightly see some ripples here, and a lot of these were lost when I tumbled it. But someone who's known for ripples, I could say his name, it's Backyard Bullion, and he does a really terrific job. He's worked really hard at perfecting the ripple effects, and I commend him a lot on that. For me, I prefer nice, clean lines, and a nice, clean design. Ah, yeah. So, um, I have no idea. I'm glad you rectified that, Johnny. Um, Reg has been bagging, by the way, in his area in Canada, trying to get a ride up to his site. He has all the money because I've finished off with the remaining amount. I know a few of you guys, Johnny Ray, sent him, some money, and some other people, and it was just amazing. Um, but yeah, and yeah, backyard bullying on 100% a positive note here. He was the one when I first started. He actually gave me, okay, Susan, thank you so much, dear, for being in, and thank you for watching. It was great having you. Um, okay, Coinmore, let's see here. What are you on about? So if you say here, you're confused. If you were to pour a mold with an ace, with ace from a mold, well, first off, who the heck made the mold? Um, and yes, that would infringe upon my design. Now, obviously, let's say you change this, you had a little tiny, spade with an ace in it. Yeah, you might get away with that. Obviously, there are different restrictions, but if you blatantly copy my design, then yeah, there would be lawyers straightly. And if you made the mold, I would have it destroyed. That is how simple that works. It's very easy, very quick. And I would charge you for the privilege. Well, I'm sorry, I could do, I wouldn't, but I don't think you'd make a mold either, quite frankly. But some people actually have done that. And I found it really disrespectful. And that was, a horrible thing. I mean, everything from my punches, which again is the same, to my actual hallmarking design, which I can't show you physically on here because it just doesn't show. There's 3 spades, all saying ACE. Yeah, I protected that through the backside. Believe it or not, it hadn't been taken, and that was something that I was really pleased that I was able to do. Now, it only pertains to precious metals in the categories that I have it. So if you made it out of, I don't know, out of steel or out of plastic, and that was it, then yeah, there's nothing I could really do per se. Exactly. Yeah. And if you're unsure about, hallmarking and trademarking and copyright laws, I would strongly suggest anyone looks them up before you try to do this. The the fallout I had at the time was with a very popular channel. In fact, he's much more popular than I am, and I'm not going to name him, but it was kind of a bit sad because I had so many fakes. It was last year, so over a year, probably a year ago now. Someone actually made a spade that said ACE on it, just like that, and it was on his channel, and it was also on his son's channel, and he was in America. And this patriotic Yankee was amazing, and that's all to be said. But I had to submit a copyright, and I sent off my legal documents through YouTube and through all the channels that I'm supposed to. And I could have had the item destroyed, and I didn't. I could have had it sent to me, and I could have found them. I didn't. I just had the videos where anything was linked to it removed because I don't want to encourage people ripping off my designs that I work really hard for and to jump on the bandwagon with my own personal designs. There are generic stuff that you can buy. There's the molds that are generic. That's fine. But when you work hard and you have your own designs made and you go through stuff, you protect them. And that's what I've done. I've turned Ace Bullion, which is trademarked, into that exact, feature. Um, if you just put a spade on a coin, absolutely, yeah, there's nothing I could do about it. But the minute that you put the ACE in it, then that's you're crossing the lines. You see one 23 hours ago. Okay. Yeah. Oh God. The Royal Mint, please. Yeah. Cease and desist actions are nasty. I mean, that's the first bit of protocol anyone has to follow. Um, Cornwall, man, I could send you my documents. It's easy to find, or you could look it up. They're in there. Then you have to go very specifically, as I'm sure you're aware, of what you can and cannot do. But anyone can put a spade. I mean, how am I to stop, anyone making a playing card and putting a spade, you know, the ace of spades on? I can't do that. That's not the same type of design as mimicking that. Because of course, making a playing card is totally different. It's all right, Reg. My pleasure, man. Um, but yeah, it gets quite complicated. There are gray areas. There are some shady areas. Um, and you have to be super, super careful. Even using someone's picture is really bad as well. Um, let's see here. Cornwall saying, I'm just curious. That's all because I was going to make a mold for the Vietnam spade to commemorate the US soldiers, right? Okay, fair dues. And just don't want to get in trouble. If you're going to make a spade and you're going to commemorate soldiers, then that's absolutely fine, buddy. As long as it doesn't say ACE, that's cool. And, that's super awesome. And if you want written, permission from me, man, if it's, for a one off or something, I'm happy to do it, man, just to give you an added peace of mind. It's you. Oh, 2 seconds, everyone. I have no idea. Wow. Really? Well, so just like Post, you get that horrible Amazon fake call thing. So here we go. So let's see here. Absolutely. Be creative. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, fossils, isn't it? Oh, cool, Reg. Well, Cornwall, man, just shoot me an email and stuff. We'll discuss stuff. It's not a problem, buddy. I don't have an issue with that. We'll talk about it. Wow, door gunner, Jesus, what? Keep pouring away. I need to get back to it. I've been working on a lot of sound castings at the moment. I was a bit behind. Around 43 minutes, I showed off something with the World of Dragons in it. Oh, yes, UK's silver stocking ones. Yes. Yeah, I have those. Um, yeah, I know that, Big Smurf. What I was saying is that, try not to buy into the hypes immediately. Even though those from the UKSS side, they made a really good job with, and where are they? I think they're in here. I can show them to you again, buddy. They actually did a really good job, and for a lot of people, what they don't realize is that these are actually made through Geiger, and these are absolutely brilliant, brilliant coins. Oh, brilliant rounds. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I said, yeah, hold on. Those are the World of Dragon ones. You are right. Haha. Those are the World of Dragon ones. My bad. I was looking at them. I do have the other ones. Sorry. I was looking. You're right, Bill. I completely, sorry, Big Smurf. I completely bumbled that one up. I have the other ones up there. Yeah. Oh, I was on autopilot, believe it or not, which is of no surprise to you, anybody that knows me. Coin World, man, I'd do anything to help out anybody if I can. Asking it, first is always better. So, what do you want in silver, Johnny Ray? I need to find a button mold. Well, that's what this is, buddy. Obviously, it has my stamp on it. This is a button mold. I could probably um, tell you where they just come in a block. There's all different shapes and stuff. And this button world, this button is made from it. It's just over an ounce. You can pour an ounce exactly into it. But yeah. Oh, you want the World of Dragon ones? Well, those are the silver ones that I have. I was showing them earlier. I have a whole set, um, which is silver and copper, that I was going to actually put on the auction at some point. So that might be interesting. Ah, well, I got the whole set, and it has both silver and copper in the original World of Dragons box as well, which is really, really cool. That's all I gotta say. So there you go. Fossil Metals has nailed it. Absolutely. eBay sells them. They're in cubes. They have all sorts of different shapes, sizes. There's even like a little ring. There. So yeah, the button rounds are great. I do love mine. In fact, I think is that where I got one of the molds? I'm not sure. But yeah, see here. All these nicely done. A Reg. Yes, I send out on a regular basis, as I'm sure you're aware, World of Dragon copper rounds with things, just because. Yeah, well, see, the ugly milky rounds or the generic rounds are always great to have, but either you could sell them, or if you're going to just start off playing with a little bit of silver, go for the cheap stuff to melt and have some fun with and learn. By practicing, by doing stuff, you're going to know a lot more than by not having anything at all. Oh, Judith, okay, my dear. Well, you be safe. Have fun. Lots of love. Oh, bless Johnny. That is cool. Bear, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Wowzers. We got some really interesting peeps in. So Bill the Till never confirmed nor denied that he received my package publicly. I'm gonna pick on him for a minute. Um, but yeah, so I'll have a little bit of fun with that. Well, Bill the Till, the description is above. Have a good look. It's all about, which the majority of it was at the beginning, about building a base, building a foundation for stacking your silver or precious metals. And we focus today on silver and how to start and how to go. Just kind of my tips, my advice, my do's and don'ts. And if you've watched half the stream or you're catching up towards this end half here, watch the video from the beginning again and you'll see all my tips and suggestions. So that's cool. Okay. So I want either a button or, well, bye boys, you can have a good look there and on eBay, it comes into one block. You can flip it around and all sorts of stuff. So there you go. That's what it is. Ooh, fossil. See, I'm a bit against it. Really, I don't like it. I really don't like it. Um, Having reviewed an awful lot of bullion, and I got a lot more to review. I have an awful lot to sit and waiting to go through. I am not a fan of that, believe it or not. Um, I don't know why. I think that they could have done more. I think that on the first round they should have had the bit where you're steering down, looking down the barrel of the gun, where you're getting all the swirly power. That would have been amazing. But they've kind of taken some really weird turns to me. So, yeah, I wasn't really sure. Um, no worries. Hey, Cornworld, hit me up later. We'll talk. Just shoot me your design, buddy, and that's super cool. So be safe, stay awesome, and stay healthy. Yeah, I'm just I've had a look. I personally I'm not a fan overall. I wasn't a fan of the coins, and I'm not a fan of the bar either. But I could see that's going to appeal to an awful lot of people. I mean, 007, come on, it's James Bond. You have to love James Bond. And for that reason alone, I do like it. But for the reason of putting it in my stock and adding it to my perma stock collection, I just couldn't say yes to that, I'm afraid. Um, Johnny Ray. Man, Johnny Ray, you're more than welcome, brother. You know that. You can pop on over here any day of the week along with Reg. I'll put you to good use, both of you. Yes, there you go. Engraved is better. I totally agree with you on that one, Fossils. Ah, super cool. Not to buy the silver ones. Oh, well, good luck. That'll be interesting, backyard bullying. No, that's cool, buddy. As I said, you know I'm here, so just shoot me your designs. We'll go through stuff, man. And then if I need to, I'll draft up a letter for you, man. So don't worry. I'm happy to, as I said, to always work with anyone. So anyway, folks, on that basis, I am going to wrap up. I've stayed a bit longer than I kind of would have liked to. My back is now to the point where I really can't sit anymore. So I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is healthy. And, just please look after yourselves, look after your loved ones. Don't follow into the kind of, the fake rubbish going around. Just practice safety all around. And on that bombshell, as one TV show said, I know you were, Johnny. Yeah. Oh, and you have to, Johnny and Reg, you guys have to track down the Girl Scouts and send me some samosas, okay? So find those Girl Scouts, track them down, and buy me lots of samosas just to finish off to make that super clear. I like those ones, the samosas. Oh, they're gorgeous. So, all right, everyone, look after yourselves. I'll definitely catch up with you later. Be safe, and tomorrow there's another really cool video. So stay around for that, and have a great day wherever you are. From me to y'all, bye. Oh, see you later, Matt. Bye.